Over 90% of all startups fail before they can even turn a profit. Why? Well, research shows it's because 1/3 of those companies don't have something called product market fit. Hey, it's Adon here, and today I'm gonna be sharing with you the 3 essential keys you need in your business in order to achieve product market fit. And if you don't have any one out of these 3 keys, your company could end up in flames. So, does your company have product market fit? First, you need to understand what product market fit actually is, because most people have it completely backwards. The best way I can explain to you is with an example. Let's say we have a person named Bob. Bob is an entrepreneur who's passionate about creating a revolutionary meal planning app. His goal is to help busy parents prepare healthy meals without the stress. So what would product market fit be in Bob's example? Product market fit would mean creating a meal planning app that not only solves the problem, but does so in a way that's superior, easier, and more efficient than any other alternative out there. Basically, product market fit means actually solving the problem which you set out to solve. The better the fit, the more your product resonates with the audience, the higher chances of it being used by the market, leading to organic growth and sustained success. Yes, I know, it seems stupidly simple, but most companies actually never reach it because they miss the 3 keys I'm about to share with you. So key number 1 is called scouting the territory. Let's go back to Bob for a second. Before Bob can go ahead and build his app, he first needs to understand who he's actually building it for. So Bob begins his journey by scouting his territory, aka his target audience. He searches things like Google and forums, asking questions like, who struggles most with meal planning? Who needs a balanced diet but lacks time? Eventually, he finds his answer: busy parents. But before Bob can start building his app, he first needs to validate this idea to make sure busy parents actually want his meal planning app. So Bob ventures into the real world to validate his idea. He conducts things like surveys, he has conversations with busy parents, and he shows them early sketches of his app. Some people loved it, some hated it, some had suggestions, but overall, Bob receives tons of feedback that will help him shape his app into something truly amazing for his audience. And so he can print tons of money. So now that Bob's done that, he can move on to key number 2, which is building like Legos. So now that Bob deeply understands his target audience, he's now ready to build the first version of his app. So Bob goes into the lab. He spends months and months building it, but when it comes time to release it, it seems like no one really wants his app. He tries asking his target audience why, but they just say, it's not good enough. This isn't good enough for Bob. He doesn't even know what he needs to fix. Bob soon realizes one simple truth. Finding product market fit is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. Meaning you don't just find product market fit just one time. You need to keep on finding it. So what Bob decides to do is throw out his old way of building and switches to the Lego building approach. Instead of building the entire product at once, Bob now builds brick by brick. Bob builds the minimum required amount and then releases it to his customers for feedback. Based on the feedback, Bob now tweaks his app, improves it, and refines it. It's kind of like he's adjusting the sail of his ship according to the waves of the ocean. So now that Bob has a product in the works, it's time for him to scale and print tons of money with key number 3. So now Bob has a product which people are actually using, but he needs to make sure his company's revenue grows too. How is he gonna do that? Well, it's time for Bob to check his metrics. By analyzing user behavior and closely watching key metrics like user engagement and retention rates, Bob is able to uncover hidden patterns and trends. He finds out that certain demographics of customers spend more money than others. So using this knowledge, Bob is able to target those customers more effectively in his marketing, among many other things. Finally, Bob is able to achieve product market fit, and it's become easy for him. Research the target market, build the app while adapting, listen to metrics. That's all Bob needs to do. By staying tuned into user feedback and being ready to scale and innovate, Bob was able to turn his dream into a reality. So the moral of the story, achieving product market fit isn't a one-time event. It's about setting on a journey of discovery, feedback, and continuous improvement. And as we've learned from Bob's adventure, this journey can transform a simple idea into a massive billion-dollar success. So just to summarize the 3 keys, first, you need to scout your territory. Do comprehensive market research and make sure your customers actually want your product. You need to talk to them and validate your idea. Key number 2 is building like Legos. Instead of building the entire product all at once, what you need to do is build brick by brick. Build a tiny portion of the app first, release it to users, and see what they think. Then build more from there, because you're not 100% sure if your customer even wants the feature that you're gonna build. And finally, key number 3, you need to use your metrics. Use things like retention and user engagement to find hidden trends. So that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed. But now, time for the question of the day. What stage of product market fit do you think your company is in right now? Are you researching, building, not even started? Let me know in the comments below.